I'm speaking to you from beyond the grave. Boo! I'm gonna paint some ghosts. Hello and welcome to another episode of Blastercated Painting. We are continuing Monster Month today and we're gonna paint some ghosts. They're spooky. So I want to show you a super easy way to do this. Yep, we're going to be using the airbrush, but as usual, don't look at that as, I don't have an airbrush, I don't care. Look at it as a commercial to get an airbrush. I know that not everyone can afford one, but it is something you could put away for. I know how much these miniatures cost, and, you know, a couple boxes of miniatures eventually equals an airbrush. Let's get into it. So we gave these guys a prime of Wraithbone by Citadel, and the first thing we're doing on these are the bases. And we're going to start with Gore Grunt of Fur, and we're going to put this on all the sandy, dirty parts of the bases. Anywhere where there's just regular earth or dirt. Then we're going to move to Gryph-Charger Gray, and this is going on the bases wherever there's stone. So on some of these guys, you've just got some little stones to pick out. On other ones, it's like a full, almost like cobblestone area. And we're going to take Skeleton Horde, and this is going to go on any of these skulls that are on the bases. Because it wouldn't be Games Workshop if there weren't a million skulls all over the place all the time. I don't know. I don't get it. Is that your identity? Skulls is your identity? Anyway. Then we're going to take some Elfwood Brown. This is the Green Stuff World Dipping Inks, and this is going to go on all the vines on the bases. So again, I'm not completely sold on these dipping inks. I got to play around with them some more. Maybe do a whole miniature with just them. They're pretty good, but I'm just not sold on it yet. Having said that, we're going to go on to Glorious Magenta from the Green Stuff World Dipping Inks. This is going to go on all the roses on the bases. Next, we're going to move to Hexwraith Flame. This is going in our airbrush. I do thin this down a little bit, and this is going to go all over the miniature. I'm not too concerned if this gets on the base, because these are going to be spectral glowing ghosts. So make sure you go through, try to get a fairly even coat, but it doesn't have to be perfectly even because, again, they're ghosts. But we want to make sure we don't leave any white. Next, we're going to take some Foul Green by Vallejo. We're going to add some white to this to really brighten it up, kind of desaturate it, and then we're going to spray this on the miniature from just the top down. Next, we're going to take some Gunmetal by Vallejo. Now, as it turns out, because of the processes we're going to do after this, this part might actually be optional. I'm going to put this on all the metal parts of the miniature. On all the metal parts of the miniature that's on the ghost. I don't know why, but I don't have footage of that. But it turns out this step, yeah, it's optional. Because we're going to use the Dirty Down Rust to cover it, and you could just skip putting a metal base on, go right to the Dirty Down Rust, and then follow the steps after. So this part we didn't really need to do, but you're going to see miniatures that have metal on it and wonder why I skipped a step. It's because I didn't film it. Because I'm an idiot. So then we're going to take some Imperial Fist here, and this is going to just go on the candle that this one guy is holding. Just the flame of the candle. Then we're going to take our Dirty Down Rust, and this is going to go over all the metal bits on the miniature. So, like I said before, we could have skipped actually painting the silver because this covers so well that we didn't really need to have that silver part underneath, because we are going to be dry brushing over it. And we take that gunmetal again, and like I said, we're going to be dry brushing over, so we can just lightly dry brush over all the metal parts. Then we're going to go back to our Skeleton Horde contrast. This is going to go on all the skin or flesh or skeleton parts of the actual miniatures. So we'll still keep that gradient that we have through the airbrush, but we're just going to cover it up to give it a little bit of a different tone. Then we're going to go back to that glorious magenta. We're going to water this down 1-to-1, and it is going to go onto the roses that are on the ghosts. So this is going to basically just sink into the recesses and just give them a little bit of extra point of interest. We'll put a black rim around the base, and these guys are done. And to be honest, for the little amount of time it took to do these, I'm really happy with them. They're weird, they're ghostly, they're glowing, they're fun. They're just cool ghost miniatures. I wanted them to seem like ghosts. It always felt weird to me that in, especially GW miniatures, the ghosts are carrying weapons. How do they carry a weapon? So I wanted it to be a very stylized approach. What do you guys think of these miniatures? I do really like the sculpts for Games Workshop ghosts. They're always really cool. I know I'm not a big fan of them holding regular weapons, but these ones are really cool, and also the chain rasps are really awesome. Thank you for taking the time to watch this quick and easy video on how to paint ghosts. I want to remind everyone that the Cad Bane contest is still going on, so please go back and watch the Cad Bane video that we put up. Subscribe and leave a comment for a chance to win that miniature. I will send it out to you. Please, in the comments below, let me know the miniature ghosts that you guys prefer. Do you like the GW ghosts, or is there a line that you know of that's really good? If so, let me know. As always, thank you so much. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And you guys have a great day. Then we're going to take the Magenta Dip Glorious Magenta. You know, you can't see anything. Like, if you're wearing a ghost costume, I mean, probably somebody would have made it better. But than I did. You can't see a thing. This is terrible. Honestly, the dumbest thing I've ever done.